sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:25 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Moore, the man in motion. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gone.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Again, Goff. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Here's Goff. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff flush to his right. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Goff on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Houston, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. To the 43, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Zach Moss, who played high school football downstate near Miami. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Moore, the man in motion. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Throwing is Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Zach Moss,
his 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From midfield now, Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd. Coming up. Six 0 our score after 1.
2nd and 6. Cousins now. And he wisely will throw that one away. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Fourth down, Cousins. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence on the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead running, here's Samuels. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the counter, this is Moss. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Moore, the man in motion. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Play action now. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive,
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Finding space at the 40. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Being chased out left. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete there to Moore.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to look deep for Moore. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Campbell making the catch.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing, Cousins. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Samuels is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Samuels. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight time.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jalen Samuels, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Cousins to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave left.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McLaughlin for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose.
He's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing here, Cousins.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And he is going to lose yardage here. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, this this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Day. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Indianapolis Colts taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's Week 3 and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week.
Here's a third-year man from Utah, Zach Moss.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll go again here with Moss. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. The Colts are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll throw again. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. Now Cousins. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short. He'll run for it with Samuels. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They got to get to the 23 here on third. To throw, Cousins. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. We're scoreless after 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll try to run. Here's Moss. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Rodgers to return it.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On second down, it's Moss again. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. In motion goes the tight end. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Mahomes now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down up past the 15. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
Locates ETN along the sideline.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's Mahomes again.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38, Mahomes. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception, Cousins buying time to his left. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Cousins on first down. Flushed out right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. So we have reached halftime with our score.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
That'll be be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Moss, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Slot man moves right. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Catch made here by Campbell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Samuels. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's more. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. On the carry, it's Samuels. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Shaquille Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He stiff arms him. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Colts set to take over here offensively.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it this time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes, their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He'll get this off to ETN.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Mahomes will throw. Complete. Valdez-Scantling.
And he goes out right around the 39. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Mahomes finding Kelsey.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes firing complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mahomes.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past...
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run on 1st down. Samuels. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down and 4. Cousins flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there.
Here's a diving catch right side. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
Second down and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It's a gain of 34. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit.
day. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now Cousins.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll give Henry another shot. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud. They take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, it's Samuels, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the counter, this is Moss. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Moss. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Watch the whip. Take 4, take 4. Come on. Check the call.
Cousins to throw it. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dust.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Straight ahead running. Here's Samuels. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
41's coming. 41's the mic. What's the run? What's the run? 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Moss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Watch the pass. Switch it. Check.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kirk Cousins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. First down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Bullock's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 2nd and 10, Cousins escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Slot man moves right. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Moore, the man in motion. Cousins on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Elijah Molden. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score as we'll head down to our...
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down throw for Cousins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
Cousins now from the 50. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 33. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And quickly they get to the line. From the 31, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Colts. DJ Moore, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. And start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second and a couple, Tannehill. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry from 21 yards away.
And the Titans have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will tie things up at 13. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Back now in Indianapolis. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Flushed out right.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Hey, we're good.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A Big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
To throw is Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Is he a little bit dinged up here? A bit. Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Cousins to throw.
Pass complete to Alec Cox.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Now Cousins.
Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt.
He's got a man complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this,